Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. I'm trying to get everything set up here. 1 second. Bear with me. I have a cold. So I might cough and sneeze. And no, I do not have the coronavirus. I just have a cold. I get one every end of winter, beginning of spring. It's usually some kind of a sinus cold or chest cold. My son had it part of last week and part of the week before, and he decided to share it with me. He won't share his Doritos with me, but he'll share his cold with me. But I thought I would pop on. There was a few people that wanted, you got to bear with my notifications. A few people wanted me to go live to catch one of my lives. I usually go live late at night, and most of my US friends can't make my lives that late at night because they're on the other side of the US from me. Excuse me. But I had a few people that were disappointed that they kept missing my lives. So I thought I would go ahead and jump on this morning for a little bit. I don't know how long this live will last. Probably as long as my voice will last. But we'll see how it goes, and also don't know how many people are going to show up. But thought I'd call. Yeah, I can think. Thought I would jump on, see how everybody's doing. And yeah, just still trying to finish this Chuck Pinson Sea Breeze Trail. Excuse me. This is a rough one. These drills are horrible. They're just misshapen. And a lot of nubs on them. Several concaved ones, like this one here. See, I'm just trying to get this one finished. I'm over this. But I'm working on the Serafina, Mika Julina. I think so it is. It has that one. Working on that one downstairs on my drafting table. And trying to get this one done so I can figure out what I'm going to work on next. Jen, hi. Glad that you could make it in. Excuse me. Hi, Mom. Jen, Karen Phillips, she's my real life mom. So, hi, Mom. Jen, I'm going to make you I'm going to make you blue. Because I don't know if my normal mods will be in or not. And I'd make you blue, Mom, but you don't know what to do with that stuff. So you'll just sit and listen. Sorry, guys. My chest finally decided to open up. Yesterday it was just a dry cough. Today it's a productive cough. Excuse me, I needed a sip. But yeah, I'm just trying to get this thing done. I'm so over this painting. It's a beautiful painting. I don't know how it's going to turn out on its own. There's a lot of gapping. Oh, geez, now this wants to move. But I just want to get this one done. I'm ready to be done with it. Also, I have an announcement. I'm going to go ahead. I opened this the other day. I had a creator reach out to me. I want to donate something to my giveaway, which I am 10 subscribers away from my 200. So hopefully the giveaway will be happening soon. I was going to do this in a whip and chat, but I don't know when I'm going to be doing whip and chat. So I figured I'd go ahead and do it right now. So Rachel Ray reached out to me and was so kind and wanted to donate to my giveaway. So this came the other day, and I opened it because I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything damaged. The way my mailman put it in my mailbox, I was concerned. So, but she sent me this pretty sticker butterfly. I don't know if you can see the glitter on here. There's glitter, and it's translucent. It's nice and clear. So, oops, sorry. There's my butterfly from Rachel Ray. And she sent me candy. Irish candy. Okay, hold on. A sneeze is coming, guys. Excuse me. So, I got candy from Rachel Ray. And then here's her business card. So, like I said, I haven't opened this up yet. I'm going to do that now. I don't want to. The nice thing about washi tape is it doesn't damage anything, apparently. All right. All nice and pretty wrapped, Rachel Ray style. Oh, goodness. It tore. I was trying so hard for it not to tear, but it did. All right. So this will be entered in the giveaway, or part of the giveaway, I should say. Oh, Rachel Ray pen. My lighting's bad. Hold on a minute. Let me turn my light on. Just give me a second here. Let's see if I can get some better lighting. It's still early here, so the sun hasn't made it to this side of the house. But it's red. It's one of her stylist pens. You can see it's... No, my camera's so low. It's just... There we go. A single placer. And it's got the red jewels in there. So this will be part of the giveaway once it happens. I have a couple other things that I'll be adding in there. But yeah, we are 10 subscribers from 200. And I was hoping to have already had everything set up and planned for it to happen on the 1st, but it might take a little longer. I don't know yet. We're going to see. We have, 2 days left before the 1st? So, excuse me, we'll see what happens. But anyway, what are you working on, Jen? And I know what you're doing, Mom. You're just sitting here listening to me jabber, right? And as much as I wanted to place an order this weekend with Diamond Art Club, it's not going to happen. Because I've got to hold off next weekend. There's going to be a new release that I have to have for my granddaughter. I posted something on Facebook the other day, hoping that this painting would be eventually diamond painting. I was on, yeah, I can totally think right now. Mandy Manzano's website, and was going through her artwork and found that she has a Anastasia piece of art. Well, my granddaughter's name is Anastasia. She goes by Anna, but her given full name is Anastasia. So I copied the picture, posted it in Facebook on Mrs. Crochet and Coffee's web or Facebook page, and asked if this would eventually be a diamond painting. Didn't take but a few minutes later, I get a mess. They post Diamond Art Club posts on there that it's going to be released next weekend. What are the odds? So yeah, that's a painting that I have to have for my granddaughter. So I'm saving my rewards, and I'll have to dip in the pocket to add to it. But that's a painting that is a must-have. I said I wanted the one new release. I don't remember what it is now. I gotta look. I am so brain dead at the moment. Let's see, what is it? Just bear with me. I'm really trying today. I wanted the Venice al fresco. I really want that. It's by Dominic Davison. He's the same artist that did the I'm looking here, just give me a second here. He's the same one that did same artist who did Crystal Lake Cabin, which I do have that one. So eventually I do want to get this Venice al fresco. This guy's amazing, but like I said, I'll hold off on that. Yeah, don't be afraid of her work. Jen, I think, don't quote me, don't hold me to it, but I think Daughter of Peace might be coming out again. There's been a lot of requests for the princess paintings. I think it's coming out. They're going to be releasing it again, like sometime this summer, but don't hold me to it. Reach out to Diamond Art Club, and you can message them. They're on Facebook, and they'll let you know, but I'm pretty sure that one is going to be it's going to be re-released. Excuse me, because there have been a lot of requests for that one. So you still might be able to get it. But Chuck Pinson paintings aren't as intimidating as they look. There's a lot of confetti, yes. And to be honest with you, if I were going to do a Chuck Pinson, if I had not done a Chuck Pinson, and I was wanting somebody's advice as to what Chuck Pinson to do as far as round or squares, I would honestly do rounds. Now, I know that people say you lose detail with the rounds or with the squares. I don't think so. Jen, you've seen the round that I just posted the other day, that Chuck Pinson, the one with the barn and the horse and all that, the horse that was a round, and I don't think you lost any detail on that. I think it's just as detailed as any other painting, or as far as, clarity goes. I think it came together just fine as a round. I've done both round, and I have both round and square completions of Chuck Pinson's. I think, don't quote me on that. I'll reach out to you and message you, Jen, and show you pictures. If I have a completed one that's square, I'll send it to you. I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm not positive at the moment because I'm not even positive what my name is at this point. But same with Mandy. I mean, love me Mandy's. Mandy Manzano, Minka Jolina, excuse me, and Chuck Pinson are my three. Did I say three? Yeah. Three favorite artists. And then that that new guy, the yeah, I could. Oh, I love JoJo's art too. But that Dominic Davison, he's really, really putting out some nice paintings on there. So check into that. But hang on, I need to find a small tray. With a funnel. There we go. So anyway, yeah, my husband works until noon today. This is his strange day. He was working on Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to noon on Mondays, but with all that's going on, they are taking the Sunday night shift off. So he only works 5 to noon today, 5 a.m. to noon today, and then he will go back in at midnight and go on his normal midnight to noon for the rest of the week. He came home from work Saturday and told me they're going to start taking the temperatures of the employees. So they will be lined up as they came in this morning. They would be all lined up waiting to find out what their temperature is. And anybody who has a temperature above, I think, 100, I think is what the parameters are, will be sent home. Hey, Brittany. How you doing? Yes, I finally got an early or daytime live for you. Mom, Brittany, she's one of my new Facebook friends. Brittany, my mom is Karen Phillips. She is my real life mom. She lives in Ohio, so she doesn't get to see or talk to me. Well, she talks to me every day, but she doesn't get to see me. So it's an opportunity for her to be able to jump on here and actually talk to me without having to be on the phone. Excuse me. Yeah, they extended our lockdown here in Vegas. It's going to go until, I think they said, at least April 30th. I'm pretty much I'm expecting my son to be done with school now. I think he will be finishing school like he has been for the rest of the year, which is concerning, as I haven't even gotten any I haven't seen any updates from the school. I'm actually going to log in now and see, because I forgot to check yesterday. And usually they call and let us know that there's a update, but we haven't gotten anything. Let me see here. Hold on just a second here. Yeah, there hasn't been any updates since Friday as to what's going on. But yeah, this is really really crazy. I went to the store yesterday because I had to there were some things that we needed, and I had to get me some Robitussin. Oh, God help me. It hasn't gotten any better than it was when I was a kid. It tastes just as bad. I would have thought as an adult, I would have been, my tastes would have changed enough. No, nothing's changed. It tastes just as bad as it ever did. But Paw Harris, Mrs. Coffee's dad, he swears by it. So I was like, all right. I was telling my mom that my two nightmares as a child was Robitussin and methylate. Anytime I was sick with a cold and had to take Robitussin, I'd cry about it and gag. I didn't like it. And I'd cut myself, and my grandmother would tell me she was going to get the methylate, and I would cry. Well, I took it yesterday, and I cried. Well, I didn't cry, but I gagged. It helped me sleep last night, though. I can say that. I took the nighttime version and fell asleep, I'd say within 20 minutes. I fell asleep reading my book. So it did help me sleep, and I actually slept. Let's see, I think it was about 11 o'clock when I went to bed. Oh, it was between 10:30 and 11 that I went into bed, but I laid in bed and read, and like I said, within 20 minutes of taking it, I was asleep. So I know I was asleep before 11:30, and my Echo Show went off at 6:45. It was 6:45. My Echo Show went off, and I was still sleeping. So I had to shut her up. And I got up on my own at 8. So I think that's probably the best night's sleep that I've had in a month, to actually sleep that long. So, and for me, that's a long time. I don't sleep more than four hours usually a night. If I get 5, I've overslept. But so yeah, hoping that, and my chest, like I said, has opened up from where it was yesterday, just from taking 2 daytime doses of the Robitussin and 1 nighttime dose. So we'll see how that goes. I can't taste anything though. I have no taste at all. The girl that I babysit for, she just called me right before I went live, and she's in the medical field. So I don't know in other parts of the country, but I know here in Las Vegas, Krispy Kreme Donuts is giving a free dozen donuts, up to 2 free dozen donuts to all of our first responders, our law enforcement, our fire department, all medical staff, doctors, nurses, medical assistants, medical records, anybody that is in the medical field. They are giving them up to 2 free dozen donuts. So Krispy Kreme is my weakness. And when she told me about it, she said, I asked her if she could get me a dozen, because I'm not about to go out anywhere. Even though I'm not technically still in the medical field, I still have my badges from when I was. So I could be a horrible person to go and get them, but I wouldn't, I'm not going to do that. She said she'd get them for me. So she brought me a dozen Krispy Kreme glazed donuts. And of course, I wanted to eat some right away, but I didn't want to eat while I'm live. So after my live is over, I'm going to go eat me some glazed donuts. And they are still warm, so you can tell they are freshly baked. I touched it, and I could feel the warmth in my thumb. It just kind of sunk right into the donut. They are so fresh. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. Let me get some drills here. Are you still working on your Queen of the Leopards, Jen? And Brittany, are you still working on Betsy Lynn? Don't ask how I remembered what you were both working on the last time I knew. Only Jen I know because I just was in your live yesterday. But yeah, I'm supposed to have some not cooler temperatures, but yeah, I guess I would say they're cool in the 60s, low 60s this week in the beginning part of this week, and then as we get to like Thursday, it's supposed to hit 80. And then Saturday, it's supposed to be 86. Yeah. I've been avoiding this painting here. It does not have any 310s. This is the first painting I think that I've ever done that does not have any 310s. Is this Seabreeze Trail. But it's the beach. I mean, how much black is there on the beach? My Serafina, the Serafina, oh yeah. Lots of 310s, lots of 939s. And of course, Into Wonderland, which is all kitted up and ready to go. That's going to be, I think there was like six bags of 310s in that one. I'm pretty sure. And somebody messaged or commented on my Instagram asking me when I'd be starting the Enchanted Forest. I'm waiting to find out what Diamond Art Addiction is doing because we were going to do that as a collab. For me, Brittany, I don't know. Right now, the paintings that I've been working on lately are so confetti heavy, I would welcome color blocking. Because literally the last 3 paintings, I couldn't even use my multi-placer hardly at all. So, right now I'm welcoming some color blocking, which I am actually getting on the Serafina. I'm getting quite a bit of color blocking there, so I'm kind of glad. But there's still also a lot of confetti. And I'm not. Jen was asking if yesterday in her live about multi-trays, doing multiple colors at it. Yeah, I have lately. Also, the paintings that I've been working with, the DMC colors are like right now with the Serafina. I have 3. What is it? 415, 418, 417. They're all 3 in that same color sequence. It's the gray, like 3 shades of gray that are very similar. I mean, there's just a slight variance of the color. I would be doing that, and I would have them all messed up. I'd be pouring them in back in the wrong container or whatever. So if I'm going to do a multi-tray for my confetti, they're going to have to be completely different colors. Goodness. Even using the multi-placer on this doesn't work because the gapping is so bad. But yeah. Trying to multi-tray. I think I'd have myself in tears, or I'd end up spilling them, or what have you. So, I like the idea. I love those. I've seen a lot of people with the tray. I forget who makes those, where you get a I guess it's something like a lot of cross stitchers use. Is it a bead tray type thing? Where you can they have like little triangle trays that you can set up. And I think they have like 3, 6, 9, 12 or something. I like the idea, but I'd have myself confused. And ask my mom, it doesn't take much to confuse me. We want to dumb it down for me and keep it simple, stupid type. So, yeah. Into Wonderland is going to be, if I remember correctly, yeah, I think it's pretty confetti heavy. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab that because I took it out and I've left it to lay flat. So let me have my son run and grab it for me. Hold on 1 second. Steven. Hold on a second. I've got to get it. Okay, I'm here. Actually, it's not. I mean, there's some spots that are going to be with confetti, but if you look here, oops, got a lot of color blocking here and here, as well as, we got some here. I think it's mainly going to be that's actually not bad, Brittany. It's mainly color blocking. So, yeah, you're gonna be using your multi-placer more in that than you'd probably like. Yeah, another one. Lots of, and you know what? Yeah. If you want one that's going to be confetti heavy, you're going to want this one. And right now, I don't think it can be gotten. I think it's out of stock. I don't know if it's coming back or not. But this one, I don't have the canvas out yet, but another Chuck Pinson. There's your confetti. And I'm so grateful because of the fact that there's so much confetti that it's going to be done in the round, because I do not like doing the confetti in squares. It's too hard. And see, that's my problem. I think that's why I'm having such a problem with this one, Jen, is because it's square and I'm not doing well using my multi-placer. And now I'm so far into it, everything's all spaced out and it's a mess. I just want to get it over with. Part of me wants to just say, the hell with it and call it a day and put it away again. The other part of me says, I just need to get it done, and however it turns out, it turns out. This one frustrates me probably more than any that I've done. And I've done, I think this will be my 6th square, counting the big one that I did. I had a hard time with one that I did for my mom. I thought that one was bad. This one is worse. Because what happens is I start with single placing, where I'm able to, and then I add the multi-placer to it, and that throws it off, I think. But I'm going to try something. The next time I have a a square where it's confetti, where it's color blocking on the outer edges, I'm going to go ahead and use the multi-placer then. And then just single place my areas that are a little more confetti heavy. I mean, as far as like, say there's just a little bit of color blocking in there, I think I'm going to go ahead and do all of them single and only use my multi-placer where it's heavy color blocking. If there's a little bit of color blocking in a section, I'm just going to lay them. And I think maybe if I do the single placer on those, it might work out better. I don't know. Hey, Crafting with Christy. Christy, Karen is my real life mom. Glad you could stop in today, Christy. But yeah, just trying to get these done. Or like I said, get this one done. I'm going to town on my Serafina. This was, the Serafina was originally a painting that I was taking with me when I would go babysit. And of course, when I was babysitting at their house, I wasn't able to get a lot of diamond painting done because it was uncomfortable. I mean, I had a certain area, but I couldn't sit for very long because it was like a picnic. She has like a picnic table style dining table. And it was really hard to sit there for very long. It was very uncomfortable. So I really wasn't, excuse me, getting much done while I was there. Plus I was having to, get up and down and all that so much. So I literally only had a section about 5x7 done on that initially. And I hadn't touched it in about 3 weeks. So when I finished my, sorry, I got a little too close, didn't it? Let me bring you up some. Sorry about the movement, y'all. Trying to get this to where my pen isn't like right in your face. When I finished the, oh my gosh, what's it called? It's laying over here. I can't think. The Bluebird Song. Yeah. When I finished the Bluebird Song, I was just trying to find another painting that I had already started because I'm still trying to finish things that were started from last year. And I decided I needed wanted to keep my break from the squares with the exception of this one because I knew that I would be working on Into Wonderland with Brittany, and I thought I'm going to need all the rounds that I can get right now. So I decided that I would go ahead and pull out the Serafina, and I have gone to town on that. I'll post a picture on my Facebook page later on. I'm almost to the halfway point, and I started that picked it back up with the exception of the 5x7 section that I had done previously. I started back on it Wednesday, I think. Wednesday night, maybe, or early Thursday morning. And I'm already almost at the halfway point. But it's round, and I can multi-place like nobody's business with round. So that makes a huge difference on speed. Plus, I also finally figured out how to use a 6-placer with rounds. I'm not even about to try it with a square. But yeah, I found out how to use the 6-placer. I've practiced enough that I've been able to master the 4-placer and the 6-placer. Don't expect much more out of me. I think that it's probably the most that I'll be able to lay at once. But I'll take it because it does still shorten down the time a little bit from single placing every square or every drill, which is what I did my first few paintings that I did. I didn't know how to use a multi-placer till about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and I've been diamond painting now for a little over a year. So half my diamond painting experience was single placing. Yeah. And even now, sometimes I just, depending on the type of drills and how they are, I still find myself single placing because it just, like everybody says, it's not a marathon for one. Excuse me. And two, if I'm going to be stressing over this and getting frustrated, it takes away from the relaxing point of diamond painting and the enjoyment. And right now, I'm having a hard time crocheting. That's something that I've been wanting to do lately, and I'm having a hard time with that. So it's all my crochet stuff's been put in timeout. I still cannot figure out how to cross stitch. This is my cross stitch. This is how much I've gotten. Oops, can't even see it. That's how bad it is. Let me see here. I have to move you back. Hang on here. Why won't this let me move? Oh my God. It will not let me show you. See here? Yeah, there it is. See that there? That's how many stitches I've had for about 4 months. That's it. Because I can't figure out, I just can't. I can't do it. I'm just, it's staying in timeout. That is going to be, if it ever gets there. And yes, it's a kit. I bought a kit. All right. If I ever can get it beyond that, this is the goal. And yeah, it's like with anything else. My very first square diamond painting I did was the big one. It was the Brooklyn Bridge, 150 by 50. And it had 55,000 plus 310s. It's big, go big or go home. This is what this is eventually going to look like. I wouldn't hold my breath on you guys seeing this. I really would not catch. No. I might see about having this converted into a diamond painting instead. Because cross stitch and me don't apparently don't want to be friends. One of my biggest problems is holding my Q-snap, or even if I'm doing it on a ring, it hurts my hand and it changes my tension as well, I think. So unless I get a Q-snap lap stand or table stand, I would not count on me cross stitching. I'm reading here. Oh, you got the diamond dots, or not diamond dots, Dreamer Designs, Brittany. You're braver than I am. Yeah, you're braver than I am. Yeah, I don't want to, I think with Dreamer's Designs, this is my opinion, but I think that would actually ruin it for me. I don't like the saturation, and Diamond Painting Queen did a video. of a comparison between Seabreeze Trail, which this one, and Seabreeze Path, which is, you know, the one that you got. And the trees, they didn't render those colors right. Well, that's my opinion. I mean, a lot of people love the Dreamer Designs 2.0. A lot of them say that they've made vast improvements from what they were with their 1.0, but then, you know, they say there's a lot more work that needs to be done on it. The clarity of the symbols, and the confusion of the symbols. So that's just, like I said, that's just my opinion. I have never done one, so it's kind of hard for me to really be able to give a true opinion. For what they want to charge until they get it, you know, something straightened up. I don't know. I love Diamond Art Club. I've let that be known. I'm not opposed to trying other companies, but, you know, it's just been easier for me to do Diamond Art Club because I've had my rewards. And the lady that's sitting there by the name of Karen, my mom, you can thank her for most of them that you'll see me do over a period of time, because without her, I would not have been able to get these. She's helped me, or has either helped me buy most of my diamond paintings, or she's bought them for me. And so I was able to build up my rewards pretty quick, because my first painting Diamond Art Club that I bought was in May. And I think November I was diamond status already. I'm pretty sure. And I can't remember. I think I need to spend $70 more, and that'll take my diamond status to December 2021. So without my mom, I would not have the paintings that I have. A lot of the paint, you know, I mean, she did buy several for me to do for her, my uncle, and I did one for my brother. But Diamond Art Club is just easier for me because of the reward program that's already got, you know, that I'm already that far into. I know that Dreamer Designs does have a reward program, but for as much as it costs for one of their paintings, I'd probably become diamond status fast, but I would also bankrupt myself and my mother. So, yeah. I did speak with Rachel from Treasure Studios Arts, and she's my custom is in production right now. She's very pleased with how it's coming out so far. So I'm just waiting to hear from her then on when it'll be ready, because she'll send me the tracking number for that. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I haven't tried a lot of different companies. Other than I did Yogo Top, was my Brooklyn Bridge. That was my very first AliExpress painting. I ordered 2 more AliExpress paintings, and they ended up in the trash because there were so many rivers, and the tape was lifting, and thank God they were just cheap $3 and $4 paintings, because I would have been highly upset. It was and I couldn't do a whole lot because it was during their Chinese New Year last year, and my dispute time expired before they came back from their Chinese New Year. I still did reach out to them, and they would do nothing for me. I bought another AliExpress painting since. I've bought several Amazon paintings, and that's been, well, sometimes they're really, really good. Sometimes they're really, really bad. Oh, Jen, I need somebody to sit side by side with me. I mean, yeah, if you could do a YouTube tutorial for it, that would be great. As long as it's, nice and slow and up close and personal. But like I said, I think my biggest thing is I need to get a AQ Snap stand, or like a stand, the nice wooden stand, lap stand, table stand. I think that would help me a lot, because then I'd be able to have my light close, and I'd be able to see, my stitch better. So that would be like the first start. But then moving forward, it's, when I get going, it's trying to know, where to start my stitch, where to end the stitch. For some reason, my brain just can't wrap around, everything. I mean, I know to count my stitches. I know how to do all that, but I can never remember, or maybe it's not so much remember, it's just being able to see where my last stitch was put in, not to split my stitches. A lot of times I deal with that. Put my needle through and I come up in between my stitches. I mean, in between the threads. And yeah. I would love to be able to do it, but there's a lot of factors right now, I think, that's stopping me from being able to. I watch Stitcherista's videos, and I know she's been cross stitching forever, but God, she just pops that needle in and out, and it's like nothing. Christy, I'm working on Chuck Pinson's Seabreeze Path. I mean, Seabreeze Trail, excuse me. Yep. I'm doing this like center section all the way across here. That's where I'm at. I've already got the bottom part completely done, and I've got the top part completely done. So now I'm working here in the middle. And I just want this one to be done already. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my next DMC color. Excuse me. Mom, are you still here? I don't know if she's here or not. But yeah, I mean, Jen, if you have time and you would want to do a tutorial, I'm sure it would help me, at this point, I think any help is a help. Also, I found out I cannot use the patty wax on squares. I have tried and tried and tried and tried, because I think normally I'm not heavy-handed, but with square drills, I think I am. I think with the square drills, I feel I need to be a little more heavy-handed, because trying to get them to snap into place. So yeah, the super patty wax, I absolutely freaking love it. And that's part of the reason I'm going to town on the Serafina, because I'm using that on that. But for the squares, yeah, not so much. Not loving it with the squares. Fortunately, the majority of my paintings are round. So it's definitely going to be put to use. Just not on squares. You are still here, Mom? Excuse me. I just wasn't sure if you were still here or not. I was going to ask you something and I forget what it was. Completely forget. I don't know. So we've got Jen. Did you say who was kidding down? Somebody was kidding down. Who was kidding down? Oh, Jen. Oh, now you're kidding down. Okay. What are you kidding? Oh, you're kidding down so you can free up some of your Harbor Freight, huh, Jen? So we've got Jen kidding down / cross stitching. What are you doing, Brittany? And what are you doing, Christy? Are you guys diamond painting, or are you coloring, Christy? I'm trying to figure out what I see some of your posts with your coloring. Those lines that are on there, what is that? Or is that the Magna coloring or whatever it's called? Sorry, guys. I'm really trying not to cough into the mic. It was almost better yesterday when my chest wasn't open. I wasn't coughing quite so much. Yeah, the floor. I don't remember. I sent my mom a link. I'm gonna have to look back into my messages with her, but I sent her a link to one of the stands that I was wanting to get. It was a little more than what either of us really want to spend right now on it, because my mom's always willing to help me with things if it's reasonable. But it was just a little pricier than either one of us wanted to spend. But I can't remember if it was a floor stand or if it was a lap or table stand, or if it was a combo that would extend. But it was a wooden one, and it was really nice. And Stitcherista has one that's really, really nice, but I think she paid big bucks for that. I mean, that one didn't come with a cheap price tag. I mean, she's able to use it though with scroll rods, with Q snaps. And she could use it with, I think, practically all the things. But I'm not 100% positive. But it's really nice. You lay the square down and use the other end of my pen to snap it. All right, you got me confused, Brittany. You lay the square down. Oh, okay. All right. I was like, I had a moment there. I was not wrapping my head around that at all. I got it now. Now I completely understand. I think I just might take some practice because I'm still getting used to the patty wax anyway. Not the next set. I absolutely love it though. That was a complete game changer. I mean, when I single place, of course, I'm using the patty wax, but so I always have to just remember that one end has the patty wax and one end has the regular pink wax. So I don't, because what I do is I have the pink wax in the multi-placer and then the patty wax in the single placer. Because obviously, being the super patty wax, I can't multi-place with it. Even though I've seen people say that they're doing it, and I watched a video of somebody who used the super sticky patty wax and multi-placed with it, and I just do not. I don't know how she did it. And I don't want to waste any of this. So I'm not going to try and put it in my multi-placer, because if it doesn't work, then I will have wasted it, and I'm not going to waste that. So I'll just keep it in my single placer and work on it like that. So yeah. I had a story I wanted to tell y'all, and I don't remember. Something happened when I was out the other day. I don't remember what it was. I mean, this cold is starting to affect my memory. I'm getting a brain fog, which actually it could be. I could be getting ready to get a flare up, which a lot of times a cold is the first indicator that I'm getting ready to have a fibro flare up, and the brain fog that goes along with it. Or the cold will actually cause a flare up because my body already hurts, and all the coughing and the stress that I'm putting on my muscles. So that could be a really good indication that something with my body might be starting to happen now. And it concerns me with weather change too. And we're going from highs in the high 50s, low 60s to all of a sudden 80s, almost 90s for our daytime highs. And then nighttime lows were mid 40s. And now we're going to be getting lows in the high 50s, low 60s for nighttime. So my body is going to have a real hard time catching up to all of that. The stand, Brittany, it's for cross stitch. What you, Jen? I see me, but I'm not sure what the me is. I'm starting to get concerned with all these closures of everything here because I am supposed to, I have an orthodontist appointment on the 17th of April for I think it's just a wire change, but I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure it's just a wire change. But the orthodontist is closed now. They're only taking emergency patients by a call-in basis. So that's kind of got me a little stressed. I'm thinking of that right now. They're supposed to open back up on the 13th, but that was based upon our first stay-at-home order and the order of essential or non-essential businesses closing, which I don't know. I thought the orthodontist would be considered essential, but apparently it's not. My dentist's office closed. They're I don't know when they're opening back up, but I think that's causing me some stress thinking about, did I do this wrong? Hold on. No, I'm doing the right one. Okay. That all this treatment that's already been done so far on my braces or on my teeth with these braces are going to prolong everything, or it's going to hinder the treatment so far, because I can already tell. I had this new wire put on March 8th, and the first, each time they put a new wire on, it's like the torque, I guess is the best way of explaining it for anybody who's never had braces. The thicker the wire, the more pressure. And when they first put this wire on, this was done on a Thursday or a Friday. And I could feel the pressure. It was uncomfortable. Not painful, but just uncomfortable for my teeth for like the first 3 or 4 days. And that was it then. I've had no discomfort. I don't feel the pressure and haven't since. And that's why you have to get your wire changed every month, because as your teeth move, the wire loses its pressure. So then kind of nothing kind of happens there for a while. So I'm really concerned that if I don't go in on the 7th, or I mean on the 17th, because they're supposed to open on the 13th, my appointment's on the 17th. If they don't open up for me to have that appointment by the 17th, and this goes into extending it to, into May, which my appointment for May is May 8th. Yeah, I'm really starting to worry what's going to happen. And I'm supposed to have a deep cleaning on May 8th, which, if I can't have that done, then that affects periodontal issues. So I'm stressing over that too. Yeah, the patty wax rocks. Thanks, Brittany. I appreciate it. That's all right, Christy. That's fine. Yeah, I think I was telling Jen yesterday, yeah, my lives are pretty small. I think the most I've had in one live is 9, I think, which I don't know. I kind of prefer. Oh, I just looked back, Christy. I was seeing on Instagram, I think it was you had posted on Instagram, coloring pages. I couldn't really make out the picture. It was just, I don't know, it was a different type of coloring pages that I've seen. They almost, let me see here. Because it may not have been you. It may have been someone else. And then I'll feel like a fool. Yeah, it is you. What's this? My lighting's bad. But what kind of coloring is that? I've never seen that. I mean, I've seen it before, but I just recently seen this, but I didn't know how you do that. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, did you say you're kidding down, Jen? What are you kidding down? Because I know you're not kidding down that Queen of the Leopards yet, right? Unless you went gangbusters last night finishing it. I have, oh geez, what is this? 18. I have to kit down my Bluebird Song. And I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do my storage. Right now they're in baggies. And the thing is I'm so lazy. I don't even feel like going through the baggies to find what DMC codes go and what. I just keep getting new baggies. I've got probably 6 baggies or more of each DMC code that I have because I don't feel like trying to mix them up. Oh, okay. All right, that's what I was trying to figure out. Christy, is what that was. All right, got it. Oh, hold on just a minute, guys. I need to check something. Dude, do you know where the thermometer is? Of course. I was going to take my temperature. All of a sudden, I broke out. I just got really hot. But of course, the battery on my thermometer is dead. And it's one of those ones where you have to like a watch battery. I don't have watch batteries. I need to get one of those thermometers that you use on your forehead. But all of a sudden, I'm sitting here, and I just got t-shirt and sweats on, and it's a warm day out. I mean, and I'm out inside anyway, but then all of a sudden, it was like a hot flash. I don't feel fevered that I know of, but I feel a little clammy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like snakes, Christy. Mm-mm. Yeah, don't do snakes. Mm-mm. My ex-husband, when I lived in Texas, he was taking me to work one night, and all of a sudden he stops. I didn't know why. I was not paying attention, but he just like stops right in the middle of the road, and it was it was kind of like a dirt road, and all of a sudden he stops. He gets out of the car, and I see him go to the front of the car, and I didn't know what he was doing. He bends down, all of a sudden he stands up, and he's got this snake standing there. I mean, this is nighttime, so all I'm seeing is headlights. Seeing him standing in front of the headlights. And he's holding this snake about how to stroke. Literally, I mean, I couldn't breathe. It was like somebody dropped a 200-pound weight on my chest. I started hyperventilating. Yeah, it gets bad. That my fear of snakes and spiders are equal. Well, of course, I hear him, he goes and takes this, puts it in the grass off the road. And I hear him saying something, and he's mumbling something outside the car. He gets in the car. Oh my God, he stunk so bad. I'm talking, he smelled horrible. Here was a chicken snake. And I don't know, snakes from snakes, but I guess there's something that with chicken snakes, I guess their defense is to put off this foul odor. And oh my God, it smelled like a chicken. He smelled like a chicken coop when he got in the car. I wanted to kill him that day. First off, he was playing with a snake and scared the bejesus out of me. And then he gets in the car and he smells like a chicken coop all the way to work, taking me to work. And trust me, where we lived, it was a long drive. And yeah, I don't do snakes. Then we were sitting at the kitchen table one evening playing cards with my then stepdaughter. And all of a sudden, we had an Arcadia door off of our kitchen. So we were sitting right next to it. All of a sudden, my then stepdaughter says, "Daddy, there's a snake." Yep, that was it. I dropped my cards. I took off. I was in the bedroom, on the bed, on the back of the bed. We had a high stand. Yeah, I'm sitting on the headboard of the back of our bed. I about peed my pants that night. Just don't do snakes. Don't do spiders. Hate clowns. Yeah. The only thing that I have to deal with out here really is scorpions. Well, we have snakes, of course, here too, but I haven't seen one. Knock on wood. I live too much into the city for seeing snakes, but we do. I've been here almost 13 years, and I've never seen a scorpion until we moved into our house that we have now. Because, well, we lived in a second floor condo, so I didn't see the outside things on the ground like I do now in my house, around my house. But they get in the house. I've only seen a couple scorpions, excuse me, that have been in the house. We've gotten them killed, flushed them, and they were gone. But the lady lives down the street from me. She's constantly finding scorpions in her house, constantly. So I don't like to go over there very much because I don't want to step on a scorpion or sit on a scorpion or anything else. I've seen some outside here, and we kill them. But we don't see them outside too often. And we wouldn't even see the few that we do if my neighbors would trim their palm trees, because they live in the like fronds or whatever you want to call them. When the palm trees start to die off, the branches or whatever you want to call them, I think they're called fronds, they'll become brittle, almost like hay, but they're a little softer, and they they make nests in there, and they live there, and that's why you need to trim back your palm trees. And the people behind me, they've got about 2 feet. There's about close to 2 foot's worth of dead palm that needs to be cut back, but they refuse. They refuse to do it. Hold on one second. What? Yeah, and bring one up to me too, please. Make sure you have a plate. So yeah, I see more scorpions than what I would like to. But not as many as the lady down the street has. I know why I'm hot, because I'm sitting right below the heat vent. No wonder. And it's blowing directly on me. So anyway, what do you guys have planned for the rest of the day? I know it's, what is it? 1 o'clock East Coast, 12 o'clock Central, noon Mountain. No. 1 o'clock East Coast, noon Central, 11 o'clock Mountain. He needs to be taken out.
Okay.
Really, Steven? A soda? It's 10 o'clock in the morning now. Okay. No Dr. Pepper at 10 o'clock in the morning, especially with a donut. Get a glass of milk. You don't drink Dr. Pepper with a donut. Now, I'm sure that people would beg to differ, but you don't. And turn the heat down so it'll shut off, because it's hot. Sorry, guys. And I know he didn't hear me. Turn the heat down to 68. I need that heat to shut off, because I'm going to pass out. But yeah, he went downstairs. He found the donuts. I thought maybe I just left him right on the counter. She brought him and I left him on the counter. But I thought he'd stay upstairs playing his video games longer than he did. He found him right away. Now I just have to get him to keep preventing from eating them all. Sorry, I was reading something here. Still trying to find my drills, because I just have a little bit in the section left to do. And then I'm finished with this, then I'll go back downstairs and work on the Serafina. I'm wanting to do a whip and chat, but I gotta try and find some tags. So if anybody has tags that they could send me, that would really help a lot. Because that's why I haven't been doing whip and chats, because I don't know what to talk about. You know, it's hard enough trying to get through a live, trying to find out what to talk about, keep somebody's attention. But, you know, I know there's a lot of tags going around right now. I just don't know where they're getting them from. So yeah, I would like to be able to do a whip and chat with a tag. The thing is I'm going to have to bring the Serafina upstairs because my computer is up here and I'm recording from my webcam. And the lighting and stuff seems to be better. Up here than it is downstairs. And it definitely makes a difference in my clarity of my webcam. Because I think this is only the second or third recording of any kind, whether live or such, that I've done using this webcam. And sometimes it's clear and sometimes it's not. Right now, I don't know how well you guys, you know, the clarity of stuff, if you can see the symbols or not, but I know the other day it was bad and I bumped you. Sorry about that. I need to bring you back a little bit. This webcam is definitely better than the one that I had, but I had to get an external one because the webcam that comes with my laptop, or well, it's not a laptop, excuse me. It's an all-in-one. It's just a big monitor that sits here. It has a hidden webcam. It sinks down into the monitor. So I have to just, and I couldn't even find it when we bought this. My mom bought it for me as a Christmas / Valentine's Day / birthday / Mother's Day, whatever. It's pretty much going to be all my gifts for the rest of the year. But when we bought it, we're trying to set it up and we could not find the webcam. It said there was an integrated webcam, but we couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't even find a spot that would appear to be. Here I found out that it sinks in. There's a button that you press and it pops up on the top of the monitor. But because of that, it is bumped the camera again. It's stationary to only a direct view of me. So it's not an option to use that for diamond painting. And I really don't want to be on cam. Myself. Most of the time I've just gotten out of the shower or just woke up and I still have bedhead, or I've taken a shower, washed my hair, and just pulled it up in a messy bun or what have you. So I'm never camera ready. So I had to go ahead and get this webcam, one that I was using. Nothing that I did would clear it up. I talked to Dave from Diamond Painting with Dave, and he had suggested this cam, which is one he has. And there's some work that's going to need to be done on this. He's not real happy with it. First he was, and then he wasn't, and didn't turn out to be any better really for him than what he had before. But now, I don't know if he's using a webcam to do his videos or if he's using his new toy camera that he got. He's got a new camera. So he might be using that for his videos. And that's what I started out with, was a Nikon. It was a beautiful Nikon camera. Took beautiful pictures. But It didn't have a pause feature. So when I would be doing an unboxing, of course, if something happened, phone ring, I couldn't pause it and then go back. I'd have to start over. And of course, I've just already unboxed everything. So starting over was a nightmare. It also only let me record, I think, up to 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 30 minutes and I couldn't go live. So that was initially what my mom had bought me for Christmas. And then when that camera didn't work out for videoing, as much as I would have loved to have kept the camera because it took beautiful pictures, I needed the video option. So I needed a new computer. Because my laptop that I had was 5 years old and it gave me all kinds. It was really slow, really laggy. Didn't have the type of memory that I needed. So I ended up getting a Dell all-in-one. And I love it. I absolutely love this all-in-one. It's just trying to get the camera situated and fixed. And I bought a tabletop tripod for this, thinking it would work. And no matter how the weight of the camera causes for me to have the angle that I need low enough, causes the tripod tips. So then I had to, you should see myself. I'll have to take a picture and post what my setup looks like. It's all, it's something. It's funny looking. Well, yeah. And I'm just rambling because I don't know what to talk about. I have no idea what to talk about. No clue whatsoever. Excuse me. I'm probably going to need to cut this short here in just a few minutes because the more I'm talking, the more I'm coughing. And that's not going to help me. And I dumped drills and don't remember what I dumped. Sevens? Yeah. But yeah, so whatever you guys all have going on for the rest of the day, I hope you can get some relaxation in. Hope everybody is, staying in as much as possible. I know that being stuck in the house, especially if you have kids, is not easy. The kids are stir crazy. They don't know what to do with themselves. My 15-year-old, he's glued to his Xbox 90% of the day, but at the end of the day, then all of a sudden he wants to go out walking around the neighborhood or such. And I don't care about him walking in the neighborhood. He needs to get out. Just because they say keep your social distancing, that does not mean that people can't go walking up and down their street or sitting in their backyard or whatever. Hold on one quick second. Just 1 sec. Hello? All right, sorry about that. But yeah, I was saying that just because we have to social distance doesn't mean that we can't still go out and get fresh air. A lot of people are wanting to go to the parks here. I don't recommend going to the parks, because it's hard to social distance from when you're in the park, especially with little kids playing together on jungle gyms and all that. But I also see on our news station we have people calling ranting. We have a rant time where you can call in or email your complaint, or maybe you're calling to thank somebody helped you cross the street, or they helped you because your car was broke down on the side of the road. But people can call in and thank people or complain or whatever. And on our rant, we're hearing people saying, calling and having fits that, for having to be, stay at home and social distancing and blah, blah, blah. They can't believe how much traffic they see out on the roads and that people aren't staying home like they're supposed to. And I want to call and leave a message, but I'm not going to because I would not come off very tactful. But it says social distance. It does not say become a prisoner in your own home. There's nothing that says that you cannot jump in your car and take a drive. If that's all they're doing, if they're just in their car driving around, to me, that's just wasting gas, but it's getting them out of the house. There's nothing that says that you can't jump in the car and just take a drive up and down the road, get your kids out. Most of the time, especially if you have little ones, putting them in the car and taking them for a drive is very relaxing for them. Just drive around and look at things, There's no law that says you can't do that. Also, there's still people that have jobs, still people that do have to go to and from work. You do have to go to and from the grocery store. I don't know how people expect you to be able to get to places and they want to complain that they see people out driving around. Driving your car is not going to spread the coronavirus. As long as you aren't jumping, gathering people up from the neighborhood and, taking a whole trip with your neighbors in your vehicle, there's nothing that says that you cannot just go for a Sunday drive on Monday or a Sunday drive on Friday, or just throwing your kids in the car and driving around the block even. But make sure to get yourself out there as much as possible, get some fresh air. Vitamin D is essential to our health and well-being. They're saying that vitamin C is something to add a little extra of, will help, which I found this out after the fact. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sick. Well, not saying I wouldn't have gotten sick, but maybe if I would have boosted my vitamin C, I wouldn't have gotten a cold. Just try and do what you can to get through this. Thank God we have our diamond painting and our crafts that helps. This doesn't bother me. It's like Mrs. Coffee said, I've lived for this. I have no problem being stuck in my house. I don't like to go outside anyway. When I do go outside, it's just long enough to smoke a cigarette. Yes, I do smoke, and I don't want to hear anybody's opinion on my smoking. I will quit when I am ready. Don't mean to be rude about it, but I know it's not good for me. If anybody knows, it's me. But it's not an easy thing to quit doing. I've tried vaping, and my brain can't wrap around vaping because it never burns down. A cigarette eventually burns down, and you put it out. A vape doesn't. But anyway, that's another story. But I go outside long enough to have my cigarette, walk my dog, and I'm back in the house. I have a pool I've been in 5 times in almost 3 years. I could be snowed in. As long as I had all my provisions, I could be in a climate where it snows nonstop, freezing cold, as long as I have all my provisions that I need on the indoors. I don't have to risk my pipes freezing, and I would prefer to have a fireplace and more than enough wood to survive 5 years. That's my lifestyle. There's plenty on Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus to keep me entertained. There's enough YouTube channels to keep me entertained. As long as I have my crafts, I'm fine. I don't socialize a lot outside of this, so it's right up my alley to be stuck in the house. And me and Brittany were reading a book together. So I'm enjoying that. I don't know how far she's gotten. I'm been reading really slow because I've been diamond painting more than reading. But I think that with this cold, I think I'm going to spend more time with my reading and less diamond painting. Because I can't diamond paint from my bed. And I want to try and start getting all the rest that I can get to get rid of this as soon as possible. But that's what's on my agenda today. I'm going to finish this section here. Just have a few more drills. And then I'm going to call this video or this live good. I'm glad that Jen was able to stop in. Get to, my first live. She mentioned yesterday that she's tried to get in and she hasn't been able to. And at the time that I was having my late night lives, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, her time when I was having them. So it was hard. Same with Brittany, but she was able to jump into a live a couple different times when she was, up, but they didn't get to stay long. So I'm glad that I was able to jump on for them and have a few minutes to spend with them, as well as my mom. This is the first live that she's been at, even though she's been quiet. My mom just jumps on so she can listen to me jabber. So I'm glad for that. Is my dog still in here? No, I guess not. But yeah, maybe later on tonight when my husband goes to work, 'cause I can't record or anything when my husband's home because, well, I'm upstairs and my craft room is just down the hall from our bedroom. And of course, when he's in there trying to sleep, he doesn't need me to be keeping him awake. So I will wait till he leaves to go to work tonight. Might try to do a whip and chat. If not, maybe tomorrow morning before he comes home. Try and get that recorded. I said try and find some tag questions so I have something to talk about. Yeah. Can't find what I was looking for. So, if there's anything that you want me to talk about or whatever, you can leave it down in the comments or you can message me on Facebook. You can email me. All my links are in the description box, I hope. I hope my son put those in for me. He does all my stuff. We don't edit anything. Everything you get in all my videos are live or raw footage because I don't have an editing program. I don't know how to do all these things. I'm a whip myself. I'm still a work in progress. So, yeah. But he was supposed to drop all the links in my video for me because I'm linking everything. If I've mentioned your name on here as a YouTube creator, you will be in my link. In my description box. I have Mrs. Coffee in there, Rachel Ray, Stitcherista. I have Mindy's Diamond Moments because, she's always doing the DP alongs. The Chuck along was why I did the Bluebird Song. And then she had the, prior to that one, she did the Mandy Manzano paint along. So I'm sure she's going to have something else up her sleeve here where we'll see some more ideas for what she's going to do. And if it has to do with Chuck Pinson, I will be there because I think I have almost all of his paintings that Diamond Art Club has. There might be one or two that I don't have, but I'm pretty sure I've got all of them that Diamond Art Club has. And I know there's like 27 more that Diamond Art Club's going to get over the next year. So I'm pretty excited about that. All my Chuck paintings are going to go in my front room eventually, as soon as I figure out how I'm going to frame everything. So, but I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. I'm going to take some cough medicine and curl back up in bed with my book and relax. So, Mom, if you're still here, I will give you a call after I'm done here so I can talk to you for a few minutes. I will message you later, Brittany, as well as you too, Jen. Thanks for stopping in, everybody. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now.